went to school. University post. What are you talking about?
Africa's number one.
I bet I need to sign you.
What are you waiting for?
What are you saying? Look at the people that are shouting for somebody. This person picking. See how she fine. What are you saying? Oh, Jesus.
Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time seeing this gorgeous face, you're highly welcome. My name is Elizabeth Foyinsii, and this channel is all about natural hair, relationship, lifestyle, gist, vlog, and a little bit of randomness. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so by subscribing, turn on your notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. My intro is late. So today's video I'll be doing best friend in the world, third time, episode 23 expectation. Like few days ago they released their episode 22 and it was late because I was bored that night, and from nowhere their episode 22 came up, and I was like, oh yeah, that was amazing, that was good. So if you haven't watched any episode on this series, you were missing. Like, where in the world have you been? Because their series is amazing, it's educative, it's really good. So if you haven't watched it, I'll put the link to their YouTube channel in the description box. You need to go and watch it so that you won't be confused, like, what is she talking about? I don't even know why I'm doing this video, but I think I'm addicted to their channel, like I'm addicted to their videos. So that's why I wanted to make this expectation on episode 23. But before I go into that, I will do analysis on what happened in episode 22 if you haven't watched it. But to save all this crap, just make sure I'll put the link to that episode 22 in the description box. You need to check it and watch it so that you understand, in case you don't understand what I'm saying. But I'll try and make some analysis on what happened in episode 22. So in case you see me looking down, I'm looking at my book because I cannot cram everything up yet, so I won't make mistakes. So the first thing, like points that I just done, the first is Mr. Ben survived accident. Because in episode 21 he had an accident after he received a call from someone, and he survived it. Like, he didn't die, thank God, hallelujah. So he didn't die and he's okay. So that's what happened concerning that. And then concerning Mr. Ben, Rose also came around and was like, hey, I missed you, because it was Rose that called Mr. Ben before he had an accident. Like, immediately he received the call, his head is turning, so he didn't know what he's doing again. That's why he had a car accident. That's why he was hit by a car. But right now he's okay. Rose came around and he was like, oh, I don't need you again, just fuck off, just go away, understand? So that's what, like, Mr. Ben issued. That's what happened in episode 22. And then in episode 22, Mrs. Lane knew about Adam and Olive relationship. And like in episode 21, she already asked Olive, like, what happened, what is going on between you and Adam? And Olive was like, nothing is going on, we are just friends. But later on she knew everything that is going on between them, and she has to confront Olive, like, why are you lying to me? I trusted you, I know you can handle things, blah 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 blah. She knew about it. And then Emma, who is Olive cousin, came around for holiday again. It's always good to see Emma in that series because she's so cute. Enough of that. And then the fourth point I jotted down that happened in episode 22 is Mrs. Lena approved Olive and Adam relationship. Like, when she said that, I was like, you need to see the joy on my face. I was like, oh my god, that was so good, that was so good. So she approved the relationship. Like, they can date, but they have to focus on their exam and not lose focus on things in life. But it was only with the help of Emma. If not for Emma, she will not approve it. But thanks, Emma. And then another thing that happened is David is now with celebrity. You need to see the way people are just like, hey, can I take a picture with you? Hey, can I take a picture with you? You understand? Because of that song that he sang with Olive and Okpe and Ola. Like, is now a celebrity in his school. And then Iris is now a trained person. Honestly, I can't, because Iris has been a rope on Olive neck, because she's always like, oh, from here to here, but now she's a changed person with the help of Romeo. Romeo is a good guy, you know. And then the last thing that happened, the last point I jotted down that happened in episode 22 is that Esther was caught cheating. That was so bad. So that's basically what happened. That's basically the summary of what happened in episode 22. If you want to understand very well, because I know, like, I don't know how to like narrate something very well, but if you want to know exactly, like, you want to know what happened in the whole episode 22, I'll put the link in the description box. Go and watch it so that you won't confuse on like, what is she talking about, you understand. The link to the episode 22 will be in the description box. So now let's talk about expectation, what we are expecting in episode 23. If there will be 23 anybody, I'm very sure they will put, nah, why not? They will not want to keep us, and they will release episode 23 maybe this week or next week or next 2 weeks, I don't know, but definitely release. So let me just talk on expectation, like what we are expecting from episode 23, and I'll start from the last scene, which is Esther being caught cheating in exam. Fine, we know Esther is lazy when it comes to reading. But I wasn't expecting her to cheat. You know, when they were waiting for her, because when they were waiting for her on the exam day, like, she didn't show up, I was like, oh, Esther is now Otilokawe. She don't go and read and cram everything up head. But from nowhere, she came to the exam. They already like about to start the exam, and she like came into the class and brought out a piece of paper and she's writing. And God, she's not even smart enough. I trust my Nigerian. They were smart when it comes to cheating, so she's not just smart. That's where you know, like, this is her first time doing it. So she was caught, but I wasn't expecting it. Even Olive even said that she had to do extra revision for her concerning that subject. But I don't know what she's thinking, honestly. I don't know what she's thinking. So what we are expecting in episode 23 concerning that is two things. First, is either they gave her punishment and let her rewrite that exam, which is literature in English, I guess. Yeah, literature in English. So it's either they gave her punishment and let her rewrite the exam, or they will give her punishment and let her fail that course. But it's either one of these. I just pray they gave her punishment and let her rewrite the exam, because honestly, Esther must not repeat SS2. She must not repeat SS2. So I just pray it's the two way. I don't know the one that will happen, but it's either two ways, two of it. Yeah, that's my expectation concerning that. And then concerning David, honestly, David is now, I told you, he's now a celebrity, whereby his classmates, no, his schoolmates will be like, oh, can we snap with you, you know. And in episode 22, like, you receive a call from someone that they said they want to play their song on radio. From that, David is going somewhere high, somewhere big concerning that, because honestly, that song was too. So David is going like going. I just pray she won't have anything that will have to distract her from it, because it's a big gig for him. So that's that about David. And then about Mr. Ben, I am happy because he's now a brave person. Like, he's no more longer all this one that you say, baby, I don't understand what you're saying. You know how he used to do. Mr. Ben is now a brave person. Like, Rose no longer have his Momo button. Like, I was surprised when he said, Rose, you broke my heart and I appreciate it. I just want you to leave me alone. As you can see, I'm having my lunch. I was like, oh my God, Mr. Ben is now like, So I expected him to stay focused concerning his life. Just forget about relationship. That's what I'm expecting him in episode 23. Forget about relationship and focus. Look straight into his life, not about relationship, and forget about rules generally. Yeah. So concerning Romeo and Iris, they are going to date. I'm 100% sure of that Romeo and high risk dates. Let's bet it. She will bet it. How much are we putting on it? They will date, like two of them. You need to see the way Romeo is like looking at her face like this when she's laughing and discussing with her friend. She was like this, and you have to like, they will date. I'm telling you, they will date. Yeah, enough about that. And then the last thing I'm expecting from episode 23 is Olive and Adam. We all know that Olive and Adam, they're now in a relationship whereby they're going to the days. Yeah, you know, it's so cute. Yeah. But in episode 23, I don't know why I have the feelings. I don't know why I have that feelings. They will have problem. I'm not praying they have, but you know, love at first is always that sweet, romantic. You know, you always want to talk to the person. If you haven't been in love before, you will not understand what I'm saying. But if you've been in love before, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Because love at first is always sweet. It's always amazing. But as time goes on, that's actually what I'm expecting in the episode. I'm not saying they will separate, like they will not talk to each other again, but you know that love will not be at boom 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 as before again. But I know they will sort it out. They will sort everything out between themselves. And then before I forget, concerning Esther would not feel among the rest again. You know what she did is really really bad. I know it's not something you will be happy about. It's not something you'll be proud about. So she will kind of like stay away from her friend. I don't know, but she will stay away from her friend. You know, there is this episode, I don't know if it's episode 16 or no, not 16, maybe 15 or 16 or 17, I can't really remember, where they have this school party, and Olive was talking about she would do makeup, she wear night dress, and Esther was insecure. Like she was like, oh, she's not pretty, she's not this. So that's the same way she will feel. That's the same way I'm expecting her to feel in episode 23, because she'll be like, everybody is brilliant, I'm not brilliant, I have to cheat, I have to yeah. I know Esther, she's not that secure, she's always like so we're expecting that from her in episode 23. Yeah, in episode 23 I'm actually expecting that from her. But you know, Olive will like find a way to make her happy and make her forget about it. She's always been there for her, and she will always be there for her. So everything will be cool in episode 23. Honestly, everything is gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, so basically that is what I think we should expect from episode 23. And I just pray they should bring this episode on time. Like, I cannot wait. I can't wait to watch episode 20. So Neptune TV, if maybe you will see this video, please bring it on time, because your girl here can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch it. So basically, like, you know, I already said these are my expectation, not like everything is gonna be like the way I said it. They're just my expectation on Best Friend in the World third time episode 23. This video, I just hope you enjoy it, because honestly I enjoy talking about Best Friend in the World. I enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. Whatever you thought, like, go to Neptune YouTube channel, watch all the episodes, and come back here, come and give me feedback if you love it or you don't. I mean it, you will love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Kisses.